Huh? Why? Oh, interesting. Are you kidding me? You're absolutely kidding me. So, hi guys. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I'm late, by the way. I got like caught up and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess my left leg just doesn't want to work today. It just doesn't want to, you know? It doesn't want me to have fun or do anything that would be enjoyable or anything like that at all. It just wants me to not have things work. And you know what? That's fine. You know why? Because it's a perfect, beautiful Sunday. I don't care that my left leg doesn't work. Who needs a left leg? Huh? Not me. Me? Left leg? I don't need that. I mean, what are we talking about? I don't need that stuff. Oh man. Oh, can you guys even see? I forgot I have my handy dandy OVR toolkit. Oh, no, not the personal mirror. Yes. Boom. Boom. And then I put you right there. And then I can have yep, Streamlabs right there. Open up Twitch over here. Let me just do that. Twitch. Because for some reason, I'm never able to quite mix the two chats. Like I have to have them separately. Because Streamlabs kind of sucks sometimes. Occasionally. Just got back from church. Wow. What a wonderful stream you've tuned into after your wonderful time at church. I'm sure they talked about people like me a whole lot. No, that's good. That's good that you're going to church. It is good to socialize. Like I think people forget it's so easy not to socialize nowadays because we have so many alternatives and because it's just harder now than it has ever been. But it is. I'm glad that people are still socializing by going to church. It's healthy. Honestly, it is. It is healthy. By the way, if my audio, this is a new mic for specifically my VR headset. So if the audio is sounding a little bit weird, too loud, too quiet, don't be afraid to let me know. So that I can change it and you guys aren't dealing with my horrible audio skills, my horrible audio settings, because I can change those. So don't suffer in silence. Speak up. Be the hero. Be the hero you were born to be. Okay? I don't want to scare you or anything, but you might just be a hero. Yeah. Don't you doubt it for a second. I don't even want you to give it a second thought that you may or may not be a hero. You're the star of the show. Has anyone ever told you that? Or did I have to come in here just to tell you that? Because I feel like now nobody else wanted to tell you, so now I have to tell you? Is that how this is going to work? Is that really how you want it to work? No, you should take charge of your own life and determine that you're the hero. Sorry, I didn't mean to get so aggressive, but, I just felt like you had to know. Okay. Oh my god, it's actually such a nice day. So here in California, we don't do that thing called weather. That thing called weather that most people in the entire world experience. We don't have that. We have the sun comes up and it hangs out in the sky and there's like Occasionally there's a cloud or two, and then the sun goes back down and it's nighttime. And there's almost never rain. There's definitely almost never snow. It only snowed one time in my entire life while I was in California. Literally one time have I ever seen snow in California, except if you go way up north. You go way up north to Bridgeport, you go way up north to, wherever, Big Bear. Of course, you're going to find snow. But if you don't go to those places, if you don't go to the mountains, you're not finding snow. It's not happening. So I am always grateful for the fact that I literally have like some of the most prestigious weather in the world almost year round. Meanwhile, in other places, it's like raining or you have the seasons. We don't have seasons. We don't do that. Thanks for letting me know, Coda, go to sleep. Thank you. You know what, Soren? Thank you for including the parentheses in my name. I appreciate that because the go to sleep, it's not like it's a surname. It's not as significant part of my name as Coda is. So Coda is my name. The go to sleep is more of a command than anything. Go to sleep is not part of my name so much as it is my motto. It's like, I'm telling you at all times, you should probably be, if you have the chance to go to sleep, you should be going to sleep, mister. Because I know for a fact that you have accrued a lot of sleep debt throughout your life. That's just how it works. We're all relatively young. Probably, I would hope that everyone in this stream is in their college years. So, it's only natural that you probably spent a lot of all-nighters, whether you're studying or partying. I don't really care. It doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter is that you probably have a lot of sleep that accrued, and that means you need to catch up on it if you want to be a healthy and happy, furry, fuzzy, whatever you are. So that means you should probably go to sleep. Except don't go to sleep yet, because I'm going to help you go to sleep. But when you get the chance, you should go to sleep. Okay? I'm sure that wasn't confusing whatsoever. Expand. Jarvis, expand. My window. My windows like to shrink when I'm not looking. They like to run away from me. Okay, I'm going to open my Twitch because I'm sure my Twitch is... Ooh, I can watch other people's streams while I stream to you guys. How cool would that be? That would probably melt my PC down to a fine disintegrating crisp, but, maybe it would be worth it. Sometimes you just have to... Oh, no. Oh, I almost had a self-reverberating stream. That would have been horrible. Can I at least see the chat? No. Okay. Okay, I muted it. Can I shrink this window, please? Please? The window? There we go. Okay. No, I don't want to shrink it that much. I just want to be able to shrink it so I can see chat. Okay, we have, in the Twitch chat, we have Han2UQV. I recognize you. It's me, Judah. I recognize you. Dummy thick potato. I don't recognize you because I definitely would have remembered a name like that. Hi, dummy thick potato. Thank you. Thank you for chatting in Twitch chat. Dummy thick potato. How does one come up with a name like that? I think I need an explanation for that because I don't trust your intentions. I'm staying on Twitch. YouTube is so far behind. Yes, so I think YouTube has a relatively severe delay compared to Twitch. I'm not going to lie. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitch is probably the better streaming service because it has a lot of like, not only is the delay a lot better, but it has like all these emotes. It has way more features. I'm going to try to set up a lot more stuff on Twitch. All of the bot services that support things like like loyalty redeems or bit redeems, all of the like little things that you would be able to do to interact with my stream, while it's going on. A lot of that stuff is on Twitch as opposed to YouTube. So if you want to like interact more with the stream, as I update stuff, as I add like text-to-speech little characters in the corners of the screen, or as I add whatever else, like little redeems, maybe sound redeems. That stuff is going to be on Twitch as opposed to YouTube. Okay, that rant, that is over. Bleh. Bleh. "3 a.m. making Fur Affinity account? That sounds like dummy thick behavior." Oh, by the way, when you guys say that there's a delay, are you saying there's a delay in the audio, or are you just saying that Twitch is showing like what's happening faster than YouTube? Because if there's an audio delay between if the audio is not synced up to my lips or something, please let me know, because that is extremely important. I do not want there to be like a desync I don't want there to be an audio desync between my lips and what you're actually hearing. That would be really bad, because that would look so awkward. It would look like, oh wait, no, there is going to be a desync, because I know what's happening. I'm so sorry, guys. Hold on, I can fix this right now. Okay. There should not be a delay anymore. Okay. I'm so sorry. I forgot about that, guys. I had set an intentional delay because I was using Adobe Audition to process some whatever boring behind the scenes stuff. Basically, I had to set up an intentional delay for the audio to sync up. But now that I'm using this mic on my VR headset, I don't have to do that anymore. So I can just show you the full real-time spout to capture. Okay, we should be back to business. I'm back. Hi, Zermil. Wait, who all has tuned in on the YouTubes, the Utahs, the UFAs? Dr. Nightmans, as always, hi. Kasaides, good night. I don't think I've heard of you. A fluffy bean with the parrot emoji. A purple fuck? I'm not that word. I'm a fox. Guys, did I tell you that I can't go to Megaplex or Anthrocon? Anthrocon is actually just around the corner. Do you know how sad it is to watch all of my furry friends, all of my best like furry friends in the whole wide world be able to go to Anthrocon and I can't go? Do you know? It makes me want to crash out. I'm going to beat somebody up. I don't know who exactly would be responsible for that, but I could probably find out and then exact my revenge. I feel like that would give me a lot of satisfaction. And maybe they deserve it. Maybe they don't. It's possible, but I think that they do deserve it. Personal mirror, don't freak out. Personal mirror. Oh. Personal mirror, you go over there. Woof. Hi, Jam. Hello, y'all. Golden Fox. Not golden, goldid Fox. The second. Hello, y'all. Twitch chat, reopen, please. Okay, never mind. I'll just reopen you. One day I'll be able to figure out this whole streaming thing. Hello, this is Soren from YouTube. I can teleport. Thank you for switching over to Twitch. First time chatter. You are. Your name on Twitch is the Mana Prism. The Mana Prism. That sounds like a card from Yu-Gi-Oh or something. That sounds like a card from Yu-Gi-Oh that gives you like that quadruples your mana because it's a prism, you know? And some prisms have they involve the number 4 because that's how they're like. Never mind, what I'm saying does not make sense. Why would a prism involve the number 4? The prism, it should cube whatever mana amount that you have. I don't even know if mana is something in Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm just kind of making that up. But basically, the Mana Prism Yu-Gi-Oh card that I completely made up in my head, what it would do is it would take whatever amount of mana you have and cube it. So it's like, if you have 3 mana, it would be like 3 times 3 times 3. Okay? Does that make sense? If it doesn't, you better say something. Or I'm going to get really... Wait, what? Did somebody join? Oh. I forgot I'm in a public server. That fact kind of Oh, no, no, where are my hands? My hands are disappearing. Please, please, please. Hello? Thank you. Oh, okay, desync. I love when desync happens. I forgot I'm in a public server, so that fact kind of flew right over my head. But then again, I am just a dumb fox, so can you really blame me? No, you can't, because dumb foxes don't think very much. We have to ration our brain cells every day, or else we're running out. We're gonna run out really quick. So if you ask me to do something complicated like solve a math question, that's my whole brain cell for the day. You can't ask me to do any more things, especially not think. You can't ask me to think and then think some more. No, that's not what foxes are for. Foxes are dumb. Blah. That's all we know how to do is go blah. And they left. So they came, they saw, they left. Is this frozen? No. It was frozen on my end, I think. Oops. I think it's a delay in everything, not audio. It must be an audio delay as well because I don't. Or wait, did I delay the? I'm so silly. Did I delay the audio as well? I don't think I did. Let me check. No, I didn't. Okay, no, I did not delay the audio as well. That would have been silly. The audio is already supposed to be delayed, kind of. It's like a unofficial delay. I don't know. Audition is a weird program. Please resync. Okay. Did you know that if you look on the internet for furries, you'll find them? Wait, how did you find this stream? Did you look up furries? Are you some kind of furry enjoyer? Is that why you're watching this right now? You clicked on a stream that said furry ASMR. That must mean, if I think about this, it must mean that you are a furry. Oh my God. What do you have to say for yourself, huh? You furry enjoyer? What do you think? I'm just going to let that slide? You think I wouldn't notice? You think people aren't going to notice? Oh, they're going to find out. I'm going to be the one to tell everyone in your life. Just kidding, I won't. It's just a secret between you and me. That's the beauty of this all. It's anonymous. Not that that was different in any other scenario, but I just thought I'd mention it. Isn't this so pretty? It's like we're in a log cabin. If I had a place like this in real life, I would probably invite a bunch of fursuiters over and I'd probably just sit them down at this table. And I'd be like, wow, my life is so much better. I have all these furries around me, all these fursuiters. And then we would all we would all go into a hot tub and we would be furries in a hot tub together. And then it would probably get naughty later on, but that's neither here nor there. And we don't have to talk about that right now. What we do have to talk about right now is that you are a very, very good boy. Yeah, you are a very good boy. I don't want anyone to tell you anything different. Okay? And it's also possible that you might be a good girl. Yeah, is that true? Are you such a well-behaved, good, adorable little furry? Is that you? I think so. I think that's why you tuned in. I think you tuned in because you know deep down you just want to be called a good boy. Uh-huh. Are you such a good boy? Yeah, good boy. Very good boy. Oh, yeah, you get head rubs and neck scritches for being so well behaved because that's what you deserve, okay? Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's a good boy. Yeah, I bet you had such a long week, and you probably had a lot of work to do, And maybe you even had some work to do this weekend, but not anymore. No, 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 no. Now's the time to relax, sit back, and let all of your thoughts fall away. Okay? Can you do that for me? Can you just let your thoughts fall away while I give you head pats and scritches? And I just want you to do one thing for me. That's all I want you to do. I just want you to do one simple thing for me. If you can just listen to the sound of my voice and trust everything I say and relax, but mainly just listen, then I would really, really appreciate it. You'd be doing me such a favor, okay? Good boy. There you go. Hi. Yeah. You're doing such a good job at listening to me, aren't you? Uh-huh. Yeah. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Do you deserve boops today? Do you deserve... Oops. Sorry. Do you deserve... I don't know. What does this good boy I'm seeing deserve, huh? Probably lots of good things. There's so many possibilities. Do you deserve belly rubs? Yeah, I think so. I think you deserve belly rubs. I think you deserve to be held and told how good you are and how hard you've been working. And I just want you to know that I notice, okay? Even if other people don't. Because we all know we work very, very hard in this world. And you are no exception. I just want you to know that if nobody else appreciates that fact, I do, okay? And you can always come here to have someone appreciate that for you. You can always come here if you need someone to help you go to sleep and take away all of your troubling thoughts. Because we shouldn't have to deal with that. No, we shouldn't have to deal with those kinds of thoughts after we've been working so hard, after we've been following all the rules and being so well behaved and doing all the things we need to do, even if we don't want to some days. But we get up and we do it anyways, and we come back. And once you come back, it's time to relax, okay? And that's all I want to help you do. I just want to help you relax and, most importantly, go to sleep. But along the way, I am going to call you a good boy and a good girl, if that's more your style. To me, it makes no difference as long as somebody calls you good, because you are very good. You're very good. You're just a good puppy. Huh? You're such a good puppy. There you go. Yeah, very good puppy, huh? And later on, I'm going to get in my fursuit, and I'm going to get my 3DO, and I'm going to give you pets and scritches and all kinds of nice stuff, okay? Just for you. Because you're such a good boy. Yeah. And sometimes the best kind of relaxation comes from somebody sitting down in front of you and giving you all the physical and verbal affection that you need in that moment. And that's so important. That's way more important than people give it credit for. It's so hard nowadays to, I don't know. Sometimes there's still a lingering stigma around the fact that we feel like we need, affection. And the truth of the matter is that no matter who you are, no matter how tough you think you are, no matter how society tells you that you don't exactly, quote unquote, need affection, the truth of the matter is that you do. We all need affection. It's something that's integral to who we are. It's a part of our genetic and human makeup, is that we desire each other's connections. We desire to socialize, but we also desire a physical connection, and we desire somebody to, be nice to us and tell us sweet nothings in a way. So I don't want you to neglect that just because somebody has told you that you don't need it, or just because you've gotten that general impression from society. Don't let anybody fool you. You do need that, okay? And I want to be the one, if nobody else, then I will sit here and I will tell you that you're a good boy, okay? Yeah, because you are. You're a very good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. And Sunday is a very nice day to relax. Huh. I think so. I think Sunday is a day, because even Saturday, even though it's a day off, it's kind of a day where you're kind of rushing around. Maybe you're trying to do errands, you're going to the grocery store, you're grabbing, I don't know, laundry pods, you're grabbing this, you're grabbing that, you're taking out the trash, you're cleaning the dishes. It could be anything. But Sunday is supposed to be usually when we rest and we truly take a break before, before the next week starts. It's very important to just give yourself absolutely nothing to do for at least one portion of the day. You should just be sitting down and doing nothing but relaxing. Nothing but relaxing. No thinking about work. No texting your coworkers. You can text your coworkers, but you know what I mean? No texting your coworkers about work. You shouldn't be stressing yourself out. You should be taking all this time to just release all of that negative energy and stress. And it really helps to decompress when you have somebody call you a good boy. Yeah, that's what you are. You're a very good puppy, huh? And if you're not a puppy, maybe you're a kitty. A very good kitty, a very cute kitty. Yeah. Monday will start in a bit for me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I think it's very interesting how many viewers I have from different parts of the world. So I'll be telling them about what time it is in California, and they're like, "Well, actually, I'm 16 hours ahead, so I'm already in the middle of the next day." And I'm like, "What? How is this possible?" Especially people who live in Germany. Um, you guys are so far away. So weirdly, I have a lot of viewers in Germany. Hello. Monday is an hour away here. Oh my goodness. So you're almost 11. I'm sorry. I'm a little tired myself. You're almost 10 hours away. Oh my goodness. 10 hours in the future. German viewers cannot be me. Are you a German viewer, Judah? Are you the German viewer that's hiding in plain sight? Du sprechen Sie Deutsch? It be my birthday, I guess. Happy birthday. If it is your birthday today, I hope you have a wonderful birthday. You need to treat yourself today, okay? If you haven't done so already, or if people aren't celebrating your birthday, I need you to celebrate your birthday, okay? Stream starts at 4 p.m. Huh? Huh? I don't think is that what I said? I don't think I said. Did I say that? Am I crazy? I think I have it on my channel banner. Every time before a stream starts, I put it on my channel banner, the exact time and day and the time zone even that it starts. Oh, but I could be wrong. No. Huh. Oh boy. Sometimes my OVR windows will just like pixelate, so I have to like keep reopening them. It's like a video game in and of itself. Me opening and reclosing my OVR. And it just did it again. How weird. Maybe it's like saving my performance, but I mean, my computer is pretty good. It should be able to handle it all. Oh, so like I start the stream at 4 p.m. On a given day, and then for you, it's already 12. Oh my goodness, where the hell are you? You must be either you're in Europe or maybe somewhere in the Pacific, like the South Pacific, or the East. That's the only thing I can envision that's about 12 hours away from California time or Pacific Daylight Time if you want to be really specific and proper, which I am not. I'm usually never specific nor proper. I'm usually the opposite of those two things. Yeah. We should make a vote. Do we get Cuddles? You don't have to vote for Cuddles, silly. What do you think this is? This is Furry ASMR. Cuddles, guys, if you're not familiar with the furry fandom, Cuddles are part and parcel of the entire furry fandom. No matter what aspect of the furry fandom that you are interested in or that you partake in, that you participate in, you, Jarvis, shrink it. Cuddles are so integral to the furry fandom. If you go to any furry convention whatsoever, you are going to encounter people who either want to cuddle or you're going to see people cuddling, even if they're in public in the lobby, which I actually think is super cute because a lot of fursuiters are super nice and you can just walk up to them and be like, hey, you know, sometimes it'll make you nervous because they are really cute. But you can just go up and be like, hey, I noticed that you're really cute, and I was wondering if I could have a hug maybe, and then maybe also if you maybe wanted to cuddle later, that would be really cool. And usually they'll be like, uh-huh, that sounds nice. And then if you're both fursuiters, it's even better because you can go up and be like, arf, 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 arf. I'm a fox and I think you're cute and we should totally cuddle in your room. Or you can come back to my room and then we can go there and cuddle and go, arr, and we could just be dumb foxes together. Or you can be just dumb animals in general. We don't both have to be foxes. We can be whatever we want because it's the wonderful furry fandom. And in the furry fandom, you can be whatever you want. So that's a thing you can do at cons, which is why they're so cool and everybody wants to go to them. Because only at a con can you just randomly go up to somebody who's dressed up as a giant fluffy animal, giant fluffy cuddly animal, and just ask them for cuddles, just right out of the blue. Isn't that so cool that we've created that kind of community? I think so. I think that's one of the highlights of the community is that you can basically just go to a cuddle fest. There's even like cuddle room parties where all the full suitors get together, or not all of them because there'd be like thousands, but a lot of them get together and they all cuddle on the bed and it's all nice and warm, and they turn the AC all the way down so it's super cold so that you have to kind of huddle together in the fursuits, and you can make little animal sounds like arf, 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 arf. Arr, arr, and you can cuddle and be like, be all nice and soft. Yeah, you can do that. It's possible. This is real life. And it's not even in VR. It's not even in a fantasy on the internet. It's real life. You can do that. Isn't that incredible that you can do that in real life? I think so. I think so. Bark, 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 woof, 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 bark, bark, bark. That's not me. That's just me reading a comment. Don't you bark at me, or I'll bark back. Arf. Let me see. Does Twitch want to cooperate, please? No. Coda, can you hug chat for us real quick? Of course. Arf. There you go. Good boy. Okay. Twitch chat does not want to cooperate. I wonder, what is this? Oh, is that why? Is it because I already had like two? If I put you, there we go. I can put the chats side by side, so I'm technically not generating too much new content. Like for my computer to digest anyway. I'm yet to find out why your stream is so quiet. Oh, is my stream quiet? Oh, crap. Thank you for telling me. I bet I know what I can do. I bet I know what I can do. Thank you for I had no idea. Hi, Darkcloud. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate that. Oops. Open recent. Stream. Audio hardware. Yep. Yes. Yes. Mono. Cable 1. Okay. And then check this out. Hello? Hello, hello, hello. And then maybe I can turn this up a little bit. Yeah? Output a little bit more. Is that better? Is that a lot better? Okay. Is that better, guys? Let me know if that's better. Let me know if that's worse. It should be better. But if it's not, let me know. Okay. Coming from the left side only? Huh. Interesting. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry we're having all these weird technical difficulties. Let me do stereo. There we go. How about that? Nope. That is the left side. Also, right? Yeah. Oh, I think it's because it's mono. Yes, down mix to mono. Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Okay, there we go. It should be good now. Right? Yeah? Maybe? Bam, 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 bam. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Maybe. Hopefully. Okay. I think that should be good. But again, if it's not, let me know. I thought the audio quality feels worse. Oh no. Now it's weird. Huh. Well, if it sounds worse, I'll just go back. Sorry, guys. There we go. It should be back to normal. Okay. Kind of like that. And then I'll just turn it up to, the max. Okay. I just set it back to normal, so hopefully it's not hopefully it sounds better now. Yeah, just get back to the first one. Yeah. So I just switched back to the first one. Okay. Yeah, sorry if it's quiet, guys. I don't know why that happens. Like the way that, huh? Those sounds the same. Yeah, I don't know. That's worse for some reason. That must be old because I just changed it. Ah, mission done. Okay, it's good now. Okay, okay. All right, sorry about that, guys. Sorry, I tried to like plug it into Audition, but somehow it like got worse. I don't know how that works. But anyways, um, yeah, I was just thinking about how I was so excited to go to Megaplex and like so what I was talking about was cuddles, right? Like how basically in the furry fandom you can kind of just ask for cuddles, and usually you'll get them, which is really cute, and it's also nice and convenient, and it's cool. But at conventions in particular, you can do a lot more than cuddling, which personally I am a fan of. I am a fan of the cuddling progressing into maybe some other stuff that is not exactly safe for YouTube or Twitch. That is another plus to conventions. So, yeah. So, but I'm gonna miss out on that, and that's okay. You know, it's not like I need that, but it is nice. It does. It makes bleh. It makes life a little bit worth more. Worth more to live for. Okay. Please get smaller. No, not you. Okay, there we go. And then, please, there we go. Okay. Audio stuff must be so annoying. Thank you for thanking us. Of course, Darklaw. It is slightly annoying. The reason it's annoying, though, is not because it should be. It's mainly because I am an extremely tech illiterate person. Like, I am so bad when it comes to technology. It's not even funny. So I'm always like clambering my way around like a blind old man trying to figure out what's going on. Usually I don't find out what's going on. Usually I find out after the fact. Like after the stream is done, I go back and I like figure out whatever went wrong. Oh, and now this window is tiny. Interesting. But yeah, I'm pretty sad that I can't go to Anthrocon, and I also can't even go to Megaplex because I got scheduled to work literally all the way out until that weekend that Megaplex is supposed to happen. Oh boy. Hi. Boom. I got scheduled all the way out in advance until that very weekend that Megaplex is supposed to happen. So basically I got COCK blocked by my own job. So I can't go to Megaplex. I would have rather gone to Megaplex than Anthrocon. I know everybody kind of hypes up Anthrocon. Anthrocon is really cool. Yes, it's cool that there's 30,000 furries in one place. That's pretty cool. Now, that can get a little bit chaotic, though. That can get a little bit of like overstimulating. And at a certain point, it definitely becomes not fun when you're just in a giant crowd trying to push your way from one event to another, especially if those events are just panels. But for Megaplex is not the biggest con, not even close. That's not a bad thing. That's actually in its favor because it has a lot of people. I'm pretty sure it has something like 7,000 to 9,000 people, if I'm correct about that. So it would be kind of considered a mid-size con. So it has like the perfect balance of, wow, there's a lot of really cool people here, which is the most important part of a con, by the way, is the quality of the people there. And there's like not too many people that I'm not able to run into all of the cool people. Like it's relatively simple to just walk around and meet new really cool people. Or if you have a lot of I guess I just wanted to flail myself at the ground for a millisecond. If you have a lot of mutuals in that area, which for whatever reason, I have a lot of mutuals in Florida, even though I've only been there on a layover. so it doesn't really count. I have a lot of mutuals over there that I was hoping to like meet up with and have a good time, but apparently that's not going to happen. So, oh well. Can you blame a fox for wanting to have maybe some sexy times in Florida? Can you blame me for that? Especially when some of my mutuals are so attractive. Is that such a bad thing? No, you can't blame me for that because that's the whole point of furry cons is cuddles and going to panels and finding that one room party that crazy stuff happens at. going to the room party where the entire room party ends up on MerTube. Sure, let's go to that one. No, just kidding. But not really. I'm not really kidding about that. But the long story short, I can't go to that anymore. It's like, what's even the point sometimes? Sometimes I wonder, what's even the point? But then I remember, whenever I want, at any given point throughout the day, if I'm not at work, if I'm at home, I can dress up as a big purple fox and I can go, arf, 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 arf. And that's actually the whole point of life. And if I don't want to do that, I can go into VR and I can become the purple fox that you're seeing right now. And I can go, blah, blah, blah. And I can be all silly and I can tell you guys that you're all good boys. And I can do that at will. Nobody can stop me. It's not illegal. You can't stop me from doing that. And I am a big fan of that. Expand. The only thing I'm really missing is Jarvis to help me out with all these OVR windows. That's the only thing I'm actually missing. Yeah. The only furry convention I was in was when I was 14. I accidentally landed in it and some furries started chasing me on all fours. Didn't see that couple. I didn't see that for a couple of years later. I'd be a furry myself. What a way to get introduced to the fandom. That's such a what a rough start. You're like, what's this? What is this gathering of people? Wow, there's so many people dressed up as animals. I guess I'll go check it out and see what's going on. And then the next scene, just getting chased down by gremlins in fursuits. That's horrible. I'm sorry. I'm glad that you still managed to find some kind of good in the fandom, and you became a furry. Responsibly, of course. Of course. Sorry you got scheduled so far out. I have the next week off so I can go to Pride. Yeah, see, you can't blame me for wanting, some sensual times. It's only natural that a fox has needs and urges. Listen, my favorite thing, I don't think you guys, I know I probably don't give off this impression, but I swear, and you're going to hear people deny it. You're going to hear people call me a bottom. I'm not. It's all propaganda. I swear, I have never been in a situation in person, asterisks, in person, where I was not like the dominant one. Like people, I don't know. I think people just want, I don't know. That is the role that I prefer to take when it comes to intimate situations. It's also the role that it seems like most people in the fandom prefer to be a bit more submissive. That's what I notice anyway. Like it seems like 80% of the fandom is bottoms anyway. Yeah. So like I've run into a couple of ladies and a couple of guys at cons who have been very much willing to take the more submissive role, which is all the better for me because I love being the dominant one. I like putting someone in their place and be like, no, you're gonna, I'm in control now and I'm gonna pin you down and there's nothing, yeah, you get what I mean. You're the toppest top that ever topped. That is Lily's bottom. Propaganda. See, did I not just predict the future right now? I told you someone was going to try to propagandize some kind of statement against me and try to spread the false rumor that I'm a bottom. It's not true. Switches get stitches? Oh my goodness, I hope not. Switches are the lifeblood of the queer community. They play both the roles, and that's so important. It's so important to be able to play both sides. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at it. I think I could do it, maybe, but I don't know if I would do it very well. And I don't know if I would like it. Oh, Luno subscribed tier 1. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I didn't even see that. Wait. Let me open that up. Luno, you silly puppy. Luna subscribed to tier 1. Luna, oh my goodness, thank you so much. Oh my god, thank you. I appreciate that. You're a bottom. Grr. I will literally eat you alive. I will literally stalk you like the predatory wolf, the predatory fox, the hunter alpha sigma that I am. I will stalk you. I will climb and claw my way through the bushes until BAM! I am right there in your face, and I will vor you. Ah. Just kidding, I'm not into vor. Not really. A power switch, usually used to turn on the lights. I don't need your sass. Why did you have to make that dad pun in the middle of the stream? Dad puns are illegal, don't you know? Hello, please, sync. Ha, finger guns. Finger guns aren't illegal though. Ha-ka-chow. Do you guys want to know how to rizz up the fuzz? Do you guys want to know the truth about how you get the furry huzz at the conventions? Do you want to know the truth of the matter? Everyone is going to tell you bullcrap advice. The truth is that in order to pull the fuzz, you have to hit them with the finger guns. And you have to give them the wink. Give them the double wink. Communicate in Morse code. Shoot them with the finger guns. It'll work every time. They'll be like, ah, they'll swoon. They'll fall. They'll bend over backwards to be with you. It's so true. Guys, subscribe to his Patreon. He shall be viewed as a top. I don't know what you're talking about. You shut your mom, mister. I don't know what you're talking about. There is no such thing as a Patreon. What? Who's ever heard of this word? You made that word up. That's not even a real word. You're just spewing nonsense. But no. Guys, this is how you attract the furry huzz. You walk up confidently. Hey, baby, you're looking really good tonight. I just wanted you to know that. How about, you and I come back to my place and we can, maybe we can have some fun. I just got the Nintendo Switch 2, and I bet nobody else here could say the same, you know? You do want to have some fun, don't you? How about I hit you with my spectacular riz? You're sexy. You're stylish. Wah. Wait. Wah. How do you like that, baby? You like those JoJo poses? That's how you riz the fuzz. Nitro Oxide just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing on Twitch, Nitro Oxide. If you guys want to, not even his Nintendo console is a top. If you have a Nintendo Switch, that doesn't mean anything. You can be a top. Hi, John Clapper. What an amazing name, by the way. John Clapper. Hi, Coda. How are you doing, furry dude? Dude, I'm a furry dude that's doing great, man. Thanks for asking. I was just telling all these cool furry chatters. I was telling them how to rizz up the fuzz at the con so that when they go to Anthrocon, they can walk up to those slim-waisted, nice-looking, very sexy furries. They can go right up to them and be like, hey, baby. How about I give you a ride you won't forget? Like that. But don't, of course, consensually, of course. Don't, please do not harass people. Please. God. There are legitimately people at cons. This is the one negative of a con, is that there are people who genuinely do not know social boundaries whatsoever. That's why you will see videos on YouTube that's like top whatever top 10 tips at a con. Don't harass people. Don't put your hands on people. And you're probably thinking to yourself when you watch that, you're thinking, why would anyone need to be told to do that? Like, are people crazy? The answer is yes, they are literally crazy. And there are people who have come up to me at a con and put their hands on my hips. And I turn around and I'm like, do I know you? And it's like, no, I don't know you. Why are you putting your hands on me? Like, do you want to get punched in the face right now? Is that what you're trying to tell me? And they're like, what? I was what, man? What do you mean? And I'm like, you don't just get to touch people, bud. It has to be consensual, buddy. Did you not learn that in life? You know this thing called life where we all live and we like inherently understand there are things you can't do? Did you miss that part, buddy? Apparently, you have to remind them. That's why you see top 10 tips at a FurCon videos. That's why you see it. Literally John Furry. This stream desperately needs an 18 plus tag. I think you're right. I'm sorry. Can I add that classification? I probably should have that. I'm sorry. The Rizmobile. Facts. You want to take a ride in my Rizmobile? Oh my goodness. Okay, I think we're almost out of time for the VR chat section of the stream. If you guys didn't know how this is gonna work, basically for the first hour of the stream, I was trying to basically like give you guys some VR chat nonsense. But for the second half of the stream, I'm going to get up in my fursuit. So I'm going to need a little bit of time to get ready. But I wanted to get up in my fursuit, get the table set up with my 3DO, and then I was going to sit down and just give you guys some live ASMR of me in my fursuit with the 3DO. And it has the puffy cushions on the side of the ears so that when I do the paw scritches, it makes like a cool noise. So yeah, that's what I want to do. Hi guys, hi Coda, how are you doing? Hi Angel Dust from Has-Been Hotel. I'm glad you found enough time from your job at the Has-Been Hotel to come tune into the stream. Thank you for doing that. I'm gonna go. See y'all. Have a nice time. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. What about a sister? Oh, that's a different conversation. John Clapper, are you related to John Fortnite in any way? We have John Clapper, John Fortnite, John Furry, who is me apparently. I'm a different John. No, in this world, there's no such thing as a different John. We're all Johns in this together, and I'm John Furry, and I'm here to save you. Finger guns. That's how you know. That's how you know when I mean business. Coda is so dude bro himbo coded. You know it. You already know it. I feel like I'm not a himbo though. Am I a him? I don't think so. I'm a himbo. Am I? I feel like I'm too small to be a himbo. I feel like I would need to be bigger, mo bigger. I am John the ventriloquist. Huh? Get your ventriloquy out of here. Just kidding. I will invite your ventriloquy. Speaking of ventriloquism, I know you guys had probably seen this online. There's been this person who goes to furry cons, goes into the raves in the middle of the night and brings with them a ventriloquist puppet on strings, and they just have it dance in the middle of the rave. And as soon as people notice, people go ballistic over this thing. They all get their phones out and they turn on the flash, so it's like a mini stage in the middle of the rave floor with all these fursuiters around. and it's like it's like hard style music playing by boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, and you just have this puppet in the middle of everything, and there's like 20 people recording. It's just this puppet that's on strings, and it's like blah 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 blah. It's very silly, and I like it. It's one of the things I like about the furry fandom is that there's just spontaneous silliness. I'm a big fan of that. Yay, live ASMR. Yeah. 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 Hello? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay. I think, yeah, we're okay. So now I'm going to get changed over into my fursuit. I'm going to put the stream on break. I should be back in like anywhere from like 10 to 12 minutes, okay? So, because I have to get in my fursuit and set everything up, obviously. But I will be back. So, if you want to hang out, you're more than welcome. But if you want to just stay in the chat and talk to people, that's fine too. Do whatever you want. Or if you want to leave, that's fine. But if you come back in about like 10 to 12 minutes, give or take, maybe a couple minutes. Oh, are we good? Oh boy. Are we good? Goodness. Okay. I think we almost had some kind of cataclysm there. I don't know what that was. That was weird. Um, okay, sorry. I think on y'all's screen it might have froze. That was very strange though. Okay. But yeah, like I said, in 10 to 12 minutes I will be back. Until then, thank you guys. Bye bye. I will be back, just so you know. I will have my first on and I'll do the little ASMR with the 3DO. Okay. All right. Bye bye. Okay. All right, can you guys hear me? Hi. Hi, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I can't even see the chat. Hi, everyone. Yeah. Hi. Does this show up? Hi. This is your first time seeing the Fursuit? I hope you like it. Sorry, I'm going on my phone so that I can see the chat because my desktop is all the way over there. I don't know. How is the audio, by the way? Let me guys know how the audio is. Okay, guys, just so you know, the only chat that I will be able to see right now is the Twitch chat. Sorry, guys, give me 1 second. Okay. You're saying it's a little bit muffled? Well, it's going to be a little bit muffled just because I'm in my fursuit. Oh my goodness, it is very hot in here. I will tell you that right now. I will tell you that for free. It is extremely hot. Hi, everybody. I guess this is the, like, what would you even call this? The, I guess you would call this the, like, Fursuit live ASMR hour or something? I don't know. Yeah. Hi. Hi, guys. I guess, so, all I want to do with this time is make you guys feel a little bit better, and I hope that the audio is good, because if it's not, then, you know, what's the point? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm making a critical error. I have it down mixed to mono, so I need to down mix, not do that. I need to set it to stereo. So forgive me, give me one more moment. There we go. Okay, now, hello, hello, hello. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is it still? Ba, ba, ba. Huh, that's weird. Okay. I can't, it looks like the audio, is still like outputting as mono, but it should be binaural. It should be like two sides. How is the audio? Is it good? Trying to scroll on my phone when I have
Friggin' gigantic and cumbersome furry paws. Are you guys good boys? Uh-huh. And good girls, huh? Yeah. We're just gonna be nice and calm for this, okay? Nice and calm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nice and slow. Okay. Nice and slow. The stereo works? Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, you guys get head rubs, okay? Nice and slow. Gentle head rubs, just for you, okay? And good boy. Yeah, very good boy. There you go. All that stress, all that pent up feeling in your body, all the negative emotions. All I want you to do is take all of that bad energy. I just want you to let it melt away, okay? And one way you can do that is you can just listen to the sound of my voice. Listen to these head rubs. And I want you to pretend, I want you to imagine that you are getting very soft head rubs. Okay? Can you be a good puppy and do that for me? That would make you such a good puppy. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. I hope you guys are having a very, very nice Sunday. And if you want, you can just put on some headphones, sit back, relax, and listen close your eyes. Close your eyes and imagine that you're somewhere else. I want you to imagine, if you will, that you are in a nice, cozy place. Wherever is your happy, cozy place, where you can be the most comfortable, the most relaxed. I want you to imagine yourself there. This place might be your bedroom, or maybe it's an ocean retreat, a tropical resort. Maybe it's a lounge, a dark, quiet, cushioned lounge. Or maybe your place of comfort is at a furry con. I know mine is. Now, once you imagine that you are in your happy place, I want you to start by focusing on your body. Okay? But do keep listening. I need you to listen. I want you to relax your head. Breathe in and breathe out. Then I want you to relax your shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax your torso. Breathe in. Breathe out. And all the while, I'm giving you very soft head rubs, huh? Because you're such a good boy. Yeah. You're a very good puppy. And then I want you to relax your legs. Then I want you to relax your paws, your little toesies. Yeah. Relax your little toesies. And once you're all the way relaxed, you'll be so much better at listening and imagining the perfect comfort place for you. And you can simply enjoy the sound and the sensation of getting head rubs, of being treated like a good boy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you're such a good boy. Mm-hmm. I'm going to pet one ear. One ear. And then I'm going to pet the other ear. Just like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just like that. Yeah. Because you're such a good boy. You want cuddles? Huh? Oh, come here. Come here. There you go. That's a good boy. You deserve all the cuddles in the world. Okay? You need a hug. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Yeah. There you go. I think sometimes it's important to consider that we can occasionally determine for ourselves what gives us comfort. But sometimes we need to be told what to think. And that's okay. It's easier that way. Really, it is. That's why we have ASMR videos, so that we can simply listen to somebody else for once, instead of our own thoughts. Yeah. That's why you're such a good boy. You're doing such a good job at listening to me. Can you just full on bear hug the mic? Yeah. Or, yeah, this is what you get. Wow. There you go. You know, I feel like if I had been able to go to Megaplex, I feel like, I don't know if I would have been able to get a whole lot done, you know? Like maybe, there's always the chance I would have had a really good time, that I would have been able to show you guys a lot of cool stuff. But, it could have also been bad. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise that I can't go to Anthrocon or Megaplex, because it does help me save a little bit of time and money. And, maybe now I have the opportunity, to use that for something else. And I do always, the more time that I get to myself, the more time that I have to make ASMRs and stream for you guys. So, I don't know, maybe it is a good thing after all. Maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. There's no way to know. A lot of the times, I'm sorry, I keep bumping my stupid fox snoot into the mic. A lot of the times we don't find out whether things are good or bad until after they've already happened and after we've seen the full consequences. So, in trying to determine however I would have behaved or how much fun I would have had at Megaplex, it's really probably not great to try to judge that from this perspective in time. It's not best to judge a future event. You should only judge events that have already happened. For the sake of, just for the sake of a clarity of mind, for the sake of stress, and all that good stuff. Okay? Yeah. And I think in the future anyways, I wanted to dedicate more time to improving things like my videos and improving the stream, you know. I think maybe that could help a little bit, me not going. Maybe it could help. I don't know. There's no way to know. Um, but yeah, I think some cons, I'm I'm not gonna lie, like some cons are just straight up not that interesting or fun. In fact, some of them can be a little bit boring, especially if you don't know anybody there. So if you don't meet up with anybody at a con, is it possible you'll make friends? Sure, it's more than possible. In fact, it's likely, but there's always a chance that you don't. And if that doesn't happen, then it's hard to have fun. I'll be honest. It's hard to have fun at a con and you're just kind of skulking around by yourself. You know, you go to a few panels and all the panels, you know, you go to so many panels and sometimes they kind of just feel like, you know, a college lecture. Nobody wants to pay for a college lecture when they're trying to relax, you know. Maybe you do, but most people don't want to do that. Most people want to have fun. They want to be entertained, which is why, actually, I wanted to host a panel at FWLA, which was going to be a con this month, but it got canceled because not enough people registered. I think if I, oops, sorry. I think if I was able to, you know, host that panel, I really hoped I would have made it good. Because I know what I've been to plenty of panels, trust me, I've been to dozens. So I kind of know how it goes. And I think, of course, I'm not 100% sure because you never can be, but I think I know what it takes to make a good panel. And I think what it takes to make a good panel is there has to be a consideration for the audience. You have to be able to put yourself in the shoes of the audience and be like, all right, I'm sitting down in a room full of other people and I'm watching someone up front. Give me something that is interesting, entertain me, do something that's worth my time. Please don't waste my time. That's the worst thing you can do as the host of a panel is waste the audience's time. So I think there's a couple things you can do for that that particular purpose. So I think you should move fast, to be honest, because even though an hour-long panel sounds like a lot of time, it actually isn't, because everybody has to sit down, everybody has to get settled. Most people there's going to be sidebar conversations. It's not going to go as smooth as you probably expect. Oh my God. It's probably best that you move quickly and efficiently. I'm not saying that you should skip over important content, but like, let's say, I really hope you guys can't hear that. Basically, there's people, yeah. Can you guys hear that? If you can, I'm very sorry. That's super annoying. That's another reason I don't think kids should be allowed at cons. I don't think kids should be allowed at cons, to be honest, just because cons are usually not safe for work spaces, just as a rule of thumb. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. I get that, you know, there are, you know, maybe if you're not 18 yet, you want to go to a con. I understand that. I think there should be cons that are only safe for work that kids can go to. But, you know, if there's a convention that has not safe for work aspects to it, it's just, you know, kids probably shouldn't be at those kinds of cons. But anyways, that's a topic for another day. If you are going to host a panel, you need to have something that is, like, you have to have your reason as to why people should want to go to your panel in the first place. What makes your panel different or better than everybody else's panels? on the same idea of whatever you're trying to present. You know, are you doing charades? Are you doing fursuit charades? I think something that is always going to be immediately interesting is having the panel should feature fursuiters, because you know, the sort of backbone, the underlying basis for people going to a furry con, you know, like it or not, it's basically the fursuiters. Fursuiters are what gives the fandom life. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, I'm gonna pretend. Oh my god. Please do not bring. Okay, let me put it this way. If your kid is so young that they can't help their own emotions, they probably shouldn't be at a con. Nothing is more annoying than a crying child at a con. And nothing is more annoying than a crying child in general. But anyways, yes, the way to instantly make your panel, more interesting is to have a fursuiter. You should be in a fursuit yourself, or if you don't have one, get a fursuiter to come up and be like the, you know, the star of the show. You can try to down the gain. It kind of sounds like they've wandered off. It should be fine. It'll be fine. But yeah, like if you're doing like fursuit charades it sounds basic, but you know, it's usually really fun because you have fursuiters and nobody minds looking at a fursuiter. You know, people go to fur cons just to see fursuiters usually. That's why I go to fur cons, is to meet furries, fursuiters, and you know, just to see what everybody has to offer in terms of like, you know, what they want to do, you know. There's also raves. Like raves are cool. Those are always events that it's kind of hard to not have fun at a rave when everybody's, you know, just kind of in the zone and dancing. But a panel is a lot harder to get right. I think it helps if you have a good crowd too, obviously. That's something that you can't exactly control, but there's things you can do to kind of draw energy out of a crowd. You can offer rewards. You can be like, hey, you know, whoever does the best at participation, you know, you get, I don't know, like this shirt, you get a medal, you know, you get these cute stickers. Preferably, like, you give them like a cute little pin that they can put on their lanyard. That's always neat. Furries love collecting little pins. I have like an innumerable amount of pins on my lanyard from the past like year or so of going to cons, and then all the years before that of going to cons. But yeah, I've been to one of the panels I really liked was when what was it? It's when they split the audience up into teams, and basically the whole team had to. Well, it wasn't the whole team had to participate, but basically the most competitive members of the team were encouraged to go up on stage to compete. So if you were the one running up to the stage, you were representing your team. Now, this allowed audience members who didn't want to participate, it allowed them to sit it out and just watch, which is what most people prefer. Most people prefer to just watch. But some people are a little more competitive and they like to, you know, participate. So this panel had the option to participate, and there's challenges like you have to strike a naughty pose, or you have to like carry someone on your shoulders or something silly like that. I like panels like that just because it's more active, it's more engaging. But I also like panels where fursuiters are kind of active in the process of the panel. There was one panel where I don't know if I can say the name of this panel, but basically there is a bunch of fursuiters on stage and they were being very physical. Now, there was no nudity or anything. Like, obviously you can't have nudity at a public panel at a con, I think it's literally not legal, but you can get, you know, you can get a little bit affectionate. You can put it that way. You can get affectionate for sure. Oh, who followed? Somebody followed. It was Zedkin? Zezkin? I'm so sorry. If I'm butchering your name, I'm so sorry. I can barely read because I have the, you know, the head on. Is it Zeskin? Zedkin? You know what I mean. You know. Thank you for following on Twitch. I appreciate that. Oh, Zedkin. Zedkin. Okay. I see your name now that you chatted on Twitch. Okay. But yeah, thank you for following. Did I miss anybody else? Did anybody else like follow that I missed? If I did, let me know because I want to shout you out. I hate missing when people do cool stuff. Okay. But yeah, I went to a panel where basically the premise of the panel is that you just watch furries like be all like all lovey-dovey with each other, and that is awesome. I love that idea. I love the idea of fursuiters being like very physically affectionate with one another. That's a yes in my book, obviously. So yeah, if that's a panel you want to run, I don't think you can even go wrong. Of course, the hard part would be getting those fursuiters to come to the panel and agree. But, you know, if you know more than a few people, then, you know, most fursuiters are down to be physically affectionate. I know I am. I'm literally always down to be physically affectionate as a fuzzy fox. Yeah. Yeah. Which is why when I wanted to host a panel, I basically wanted that to be the premise of the panel. Like, it would basically be like charades, but with fursuiters. And that way it can be silly participatory games, but you also add fursuiters in the mix. Boom, double win. Double win. Whatever con, I think I should be able to go to, what's the con in California, the other one? It's in September. I think it's called another furry con. It's called AFC, which is funny. It's only one letter off from Anthrocon, AC. Yeah, another furry con in September. And then, if I'm really lucky, I'll be able to go to BLFC, Biggest Little Fur Con, in October, which is in Reno, Nevada. And I've wanted to go to a Nevada convention for a long time now. I've never been able to go. I think BLFC is definitely one of the bigger cons, if I'm not mistaken. Is it in the 5 digits? BLFC? I think it is. BLFC, I think BLFC is in the 5 digits. Slowly cooking inside the suit. Yeah. It's so hot right now. California is very hot right now, even though it's like we barely entered summer, I feel like. Like, we're definitely not in winter, but for some reason, it like some years California takes a while to heat up, but we're definitely in the heat of it now. And I'm feeling it. AFC on the go? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, by the way, if you see me at a con, like don't feel afraid to like come up and see me. I've had like people like, what is it called? They kind of just stand next to me awkwardly, like and like not say anything, and then they'll do that for like 20 minutes. And then they'll like finally say something. They're like, "Hey, Coda, like I recognize you." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, why didn't you say anything?" And they're like, "Oh, I was nervous." That's okay, and that's okay to be nervous. You know, we can't control that, but don't be afraid to say hi. I'm not gonna like bite you. I'm not gonna like make fun of you. I just really I'm just concerned, like, don't waste your time like trying to wait for the perfect moment to say something. Even if I'm talking to somebody else, just, you know, if you're polite enough, just come up and say hi. But oh, please, for the love of God, do not follow me around. Please, I'm begging you. I mean that in the nicest way possible. Please do not follow me around. Because I had one one incident, if you want to call it that. Had one incident where somebody would not stop following me around, and it was very annoying. It's like, I'm just trying to enjoy the con, man. Can you let me do that? Can you let me enjoy the con? But no, most cons are a really good time, and I always have a lot of fun, and I get to be a purple fox, and I get to be all cuddly. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I get to get people head rubs, and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's true. It's very true. Yeah. What else about cons? There's not just cons there. There's also like meetups you can do. Honestly, some of the most fun I've ever had like within the furry scene has been just like private meetups with my like close friends, like the people that I've actually gotten to know really well over the years in my local area. I've always had way more fun, just like booking an air in. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna talk properly today. No, like booking an Airbnb for just you and your friends, so much fun. It's literally so much fun. It's just like everybody pulls in some cash, you get like a big house, and then you just get to party for a night or two. And you all get to dress up like furries and have some very fun times. And I'm a big fan of that. Yeah. You can get drunk, you can be silly, you can make silly little videos, you can take silly little pictures. Everyone has a good time. Yeah, I've had so much fun just getting with the locals in my area. Yeah, I like that a lot. But it's also cool if you have mutuals across the whole country that you can kind of visit every time you go to their area, like their con in their area. Like, of course, I'm over here on the West Coast, so I don't get to see people who live in New York or who live in Florida very often. But when I do, it's extremely fun. I get to like catch up and ask about their lives. Like, do you have any? They always have some kind of silly story, one way or another, about what's been happening while um, you know between the annual cons. How's your life been, what have you been doing? And I usually have a couple stories myself. Yeah. Unfortunately, the part of California I live in is not like the most hustle and bustle, so like it's not super exciting, which isn't a bad thing. Like 100% not a bad thing. Not everyone wants a super like busy life, and they definitely don't want like all the traffic that comes with a busy area of California. But personally, I like it when there's a lot of stuff going on at one place. So hopefully one day I'm able to move to a slightly like busier, more active area of California. Oh, yeah. I also hope that one of these days I get a bit more flexibility in my schedule to go to cons like Anthrocon and Megaplex. Mainly, oops, I keep bumping in the mic, sorry. Mainly Megaplex. Megaplex is the con I want to go to above all else. That would be really cool. I think anyone who's been to Megaplex can attest to that. Like, it really is just one of those really cool cons. Yes, call a party. Not in my area, it's dirt. Yeah. Some parts of California are literally just desert and dirt. Or like ranch, they're like ranch style, communities. Yeah. I shall have to leave now. Have a nice rest of your stream. Oh, thank you, Luda? Judah. Oh, it's me, Judah. Yeah, bye-bye, Judah. Bye-bye. Yeah. I think the rest of today I'm going to probably, I don't know, I'll probably just do something silly. What do purple foxes do in their silly little free time, huh? Should foxes be allowed to have free time? Can they even be trusted with that? Sometimes I doubt it. Sometimes I really doubt if foxes need all that free time. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna give you more head rubs. Just to make you feel all nice. A little bit of head rubs. Never hurt anybody. No. Never. Bee bottoms like you? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I ain't no bottom. Look how strong I am. Arr. Okay? See? Did you see that? Let me show you again. See? That was pretty good. That was a pretty good pose. That's proof. Irrevocable proof that I am in fact a top. No one can ever take that away from me. Certified Sigma Alpha Male. Grr, yeah, that's me. I'm a Sigma. Ask anyone in the Sigma Alpha Male community what a real Sigma looks like. They're gonna point to me. No, please don't talk to those people. My spotty internet is really bugging me. Have a fun stream. Okay, I'm sorry that your internet is all buggy, but I hope you have a nice rest of your day. Mr. Who is it? Dummy Thick Potato, of course. Who else would it be but Dummy Thick Potato? Who else? Ba. You know, something I really do want to do in the future is like public suiting. I know sometimes you can get bad reactions, and I've seen public suiting go really wrong, but I still want to do it because I think it's fun to try and find those people who are positive toward furries, like people who do respond in an overly positive way to furries. I think those interactions are so golden and so just cool. They're so cool. I don't know how else to put it, but they're really cool. And I want to experience. I want to get that on camera for people to see so that people know that nowadays there's less and less of a reason to be afraid of expressing yourself the way that you want to. Like it's becoming more and more okay with society at large to be a furry. I don't know if you guys have noticed this trend, but like, you know, with how much furries are on social media, with how much, you know, furries are being exposed to the public at large, they're starting to make like documentaries of, no, don't get me started on the documentaries, because some of the furries that are featured in those documentaries I'm not a fan of. But I won't even get into that right now. That can probably be addressed at a later time. But you know, and nonetheless, they're still making content. There's a lot of normie content about furries. Furry content in and of itself is becoming more popular. So I think that's a sign that times are changing. However slowly they're changing, they're still changing for the better in our favor. And I think one of the ways you can kind of capture that is just by going outside and seeing how people respond to your presence. Or that crime. You talking about the what was that one episode of, it was Law and Order, I think, was it Law and Order, where they did an episode about furries? That was a horrible episode. That was so dumb. What was even the plot? He was like in a furry, he was in a not furry costume, by the way. He was in like a fake furry costume. Yeah. Oh, hi Geometric. Hi there. I'm so sorry. You kind of tuned into the kind of the tail end of the stream, but thank you for hopping in. Unfortunately, I'm about to start dying. Okay. Well, guys, I'm so sorry, but I do gotta take this thing off and get back to work. I got to prepare for this week at work, so I do got to spend the rest of the day doing that. Yeah. Oh, Geometric has been lurking? Nobody gets to lurk. Nobody gets to lurk on this stream. I'll hunt you down like a Sigma fox. I'll hunt you down, and I'll prowl, and then I'll pounce on you. Like that. Who's a good boy? I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. I'm a good Who's that? Booster Dog? Booster Dog on Twitch? Okay, guys. Okay, Sigma Alpha Fox Man. Okay, guys, I will see y'all later. The next stream should be Wednesday of this next week. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'll figure it out, and then I will let you know, guys, know what I'm gonna do. Okay? All right. Bye bye. I'm gonna go awkwardly stand up and turn off the stream with my tailless fursuit. I have no tail. No tail.